Hey everybody, we're Dreamers and you're watching the Buzz Artist Spotlight. This band got started in Brooklyn. Me and Nelson formed it. I had been in a band before that had broken up, and I was doing a ton of writing, and we recorded some songs that ended up being Dreamers. Since then, we've toured a ton, and we've signed a record deal here in LA, and that's where we met Jacob, the final member. I love that. If people say we sound like grunge mixed with John Lennon, yeah, that's great. We all love the Beatles. We grew up on the Beatles. Right now, we're mourning George Martin, who passed away yesterday, I think. So we're going to do a cover song, a special one, Revolution.
Exactly.
And yeah, for him. And I'm from Seattle. I grew up in Seattle, so we love also the grunge world, and we're kind of 90s kids. So that's, I think, a good read. It's been amazing. Ever since we've put out our first EP and the song Wolves, we've been getting a lot of love online and around the country. We've been touring a ton. And now our new song, Drugs, is out, which we're all very, very excited about. And our EP, You Are Here. And I'd say it's going fantastic, wouldn't you?
I think it's going very great.
Yeah.
It's like a dream.
It's like a dream. And now we're going to do really our first headline tour around the whole country. I love vinyl for the feel and the experience, and it's always been more amazing to me. And I don't know how much of that is in my ears and how much of that is in my mind, but Nelson's the audiophile among us.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a difference in sound. And part of that, it's not necessarily with digital. I mean, the way we consume music now, a lot of it's, it's streaming, it's been heavily compressed, and then you have bit rates. So yeah, there's something about vinyl. And then there's just the experience of having to put the record on and listen from start to finish.
Smelling the paper and seeing the artwork.
It's, you can't playlist your favorite songs and skip around. There's something nice about that, It's like I'm gonna sit down and digest this piece of music, which I really love.
Yeah, we actually recorded this album at Sound City Studios here in LA, which is to us this amazing legendary place. They recorded Nirvana, Nevermind there, Fleetwood Mac, Rumors, Neil Young.
Yeah.
Which one? The Gold Rush, fucking. So many great records, Rage Against the Machine. Some of our favorite records of all time, so it was just kind of an amazing experience for us to kind of be in that same room. And Arctic Monkeys. Not to mention how amazing the studio is itself. So
it's incredible.
We couldn't be happier.
Yeah, our videos, we end up, just Nick for Drugs was heavily involved in coming up with the treatment and the concept for that. And then a good friend of ours, Frank Young from New York, he directed the video. All the videos we put out, have been with just people that we're friends with, and just big collaborative effort.
Yeah, I think a lot of bands hate making videos, but we love making videos. It's totally part of the music to us, so we're definitely really involved in it.
Oh, hopefully a lot more touring will be involved in the next year for us. Yeah, we're just going to be on the road a lot. Yeah, I think traveling around is one of my childhood dreams, and meeting new people in every city, experiencing new cultures, sharing music, and just trying to have a good time with new people. So yeah, it's a huge part of our lives, and it's what we want to do with our lives. We are vanning it right now. Yes, we're traveling in a van named Falcor. It's a big white van.
Got a big dream catcher in the front.
Yeah, huge dream catcher. Got another one today to start this tour off.
Fresh dream catcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a really good team with us on the road, and I think we're getting in the swing of it, and we actually really like traveling together, and that's when we get to meet all the people that we meet on the internet and kind of connect. And so, yeah, it's like one of the most important parts of this thing for us, definitely. We meet so many people just online, and that's really how we connect with everybody. It's hard to imagine being a band before that, really. But yeah, and then we get to meet them at the shows out on the road, and it's kind of an amazing thing.
Yeah.
So it helps us stay connected. Well, of course, our song "Drugs" is kind of also about how it wrecks us sometimes to live constantly in the internet and always be inside of it. It's like we're addicted. But you know, it's like a lot of new technologies. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time, and it's really just part of our world. So it's hard to imagine life without it. I think it definitely helps us. We love any way that music can get out there. We really just want people to listen. So yeah, I think it's just a sign of the times. I don't think there's any way to fight it.
Yeah.
I think it's how music is heard these days, and bands are finding different ways to make money. So
Yeah. And the access is amazing. I mean, you can go online now and you hear about a band, you can go and listen to them. And it didn't used to be that way. You would have to really hunt for it now. All of it, I think it's just it's easier to connect in a lot of ways. I feel like with fans, and we definitely experienced that with Wolves. Sirius Satellite Radio played it, and then they sort of went out on a limb. We were totally independent, and then people tweeted about it, and then all that interaction started, and it was totally kind of grassroots online, which is amazing. That's the kind of stuff that I feel like probably you couldn't do, back before the internet, where people could hear your music and then you could interact immediately like that. So it's amazing.
it's like Bernie Sanders.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nelson?
Nick,
Jacob.
and you've just been buzzed.